Yep.
All right, let's talk about our favorite bets in the Premier League for this midweek action. I'll go first. BJ, you just talked about him, so I'll make it quick. I think this is a great spot to back Crystal Palace. They are coming off a win. They're plus 225 at home against a Spurs team that they are just trending in the wrong direction. This is much more a bet against Spurs than a bet on Palace, but we know that this Palace team tends to punch up really well at home against Big Six teams. The defense is well organized. They're tough to break down in especially at Selhurst Park. So I think that the Spurs kind of spiral continues throughout the midweek, and things get a little interesting for Antonio Conte at White Hart Lane or the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. BJ, what's your favorite bet?
Arsenal minus 125 against Newcastle at home. Arsenal is a perfect 7-0-0 at home, plus 11.6 expected goal differential, only allowed 5.9 expected goals in those 7 matches. Newcastle's big home road split team. They're a little over plus 11 expected goal differential at home. They're only around plus 2 on the road. What Arsenal did such a good job of against Brighton was their counter pressing. They forced 6 high turnovers. The first goal came off of a high turnover. If Newcastle does have one weakness, it's that they don't play through pressure well. They're 12th in offensive passes per defensive action. And what Arsenal has done such a good job tactically is Granit Xhaka has been getting forward a lot more, which has allowed Martin Odegaard to roam as the number 10 role. And they've created a lot of overloads on the wide flank with Saka and Martinelli. It's why you've seen them get so much space down the wings. They should be able to do that with a lot of success against Newcastle. Kieran Trippier, not a great defender as a right back. Matt Targett is going to miss this match due to injury, so Newcastle is going to be very weak on the left side of the pitch as well against Saka. So I love this spot here for Arsenal. I have them projected at minus 143, so give me the minus 125 on the money line.
Anthony, what's your favorite bet?
All is right in the world. BJ is betting on Arsenal. I'm betting against Spurs, but I'm betting against the attacks in both of these matches. Crystal Palace and Spurs under 2.5, minus 110. I think that Spurs attack, it hasn't fully regressed yet, but I think you're starting to see why it's starting to break, and it's Son not being quite as good in ball progression. They don't have enough passing quality. They're not getting into the penalty area enough, and they just lack that sharpness and creativity from the wings that they had last season as teams have tactically adjusted to what Conte wanted to do and really took the league by storm last year. Meanwhile, I think Spurs defense is not as bad. I think the Spurs defense is a unit that will improve, at least in the results, because the underlying performances haven't been that bad. They've just conceded a lot of kind of goals from nothing and weird flukes, and they've conceded way above their expected goals, which even if you think Lloris is aging and isn't as good of a shot stopper, he won't be as bad as he's been in the last few weeks, as evidenced by the first goal today against Villa, which was almost entirely on him. But yes, I think that Palace will struggle to create chances in this match. I do think it's kind of a bit of a stalemate, and Palace will be able to, similar to Villa, kind of just sit there and dare Tottenham to beat them and be organized defensively. And I don't know that Tottenham can do it right now. So give me under 2.5.